Hi there. My name is Jeff Simpson, and I'm the proud parent of two campers, Turtle, who is 12, and Penguin, who is 9. This will be Turtle's 5th year and Penguin's 4th year, and I'm very honored to be asked to speak here tonight. Ever since I agreed to speak here, I've been under a lot of pressure. See, Turtle spoke about 3 years ago, and I said, "You did such a good job, it's going to be hard to follow in your footsteps." And he said, "Yeah, I know." Coach Jim Valvano, in his famous SB speech after he was diagnosed with cancer, said, "You should do 3 things every day: laugh, think, and cry." I do try to laugh and think every day, but I'm not much of a crier, except when I talk about Camp Kesem. I was at the bank recently and opened an account, and the lady I was working with had to take a phone call and told me that her daughter had breast cancer and some complications with it, so I took that time to tell her about Camp Kesem, and here I am tearing up in her office. But I'm going to try to make this a tear-free speech. My cancer story started 5 years ago when I was diagnosed with chondrosarcoma. Chondrosarcoma is a cancer where a random growth occurs, and then the treatment for it is remove it and hope you get it all and it doesn't come back. Despite a 10.5-hour surgery, 3 weeks in the hospital, and 3 months of rehab, I always felt that because I didn't have chemo and radiation, I had a good cancer. And then a few months ago, I was diagnosed with a small reoccurrence and realized that there is no such thing as a good cancer. My original tumor was approximately 9 pounds. My most recent one was 4 centimeters, but it still took a 9-hour surgery and 2 weeks in the hospital. So let there be no mistake, every kind of cancer sucks, and every person that fights cancer is a warrior. One of the ways to be successful in life and in your battle with cancer is to build your army. When you're fighting cancer, everyone around you is part of your army. Family, friends, co-workers, survivors, doctors, nurses, etc. The support my family has given me, especially my amazing wife Deb, and the incredible nurses and doctors at UW Hospital are the reason I'm here tonight and plan on making many more make the magics. One group you can always count on as part of your army is Kesem. I'm incredibly inspired by what these kids have built. I didn't know of Kesem my first time through, but when I left the hospital the second time, there were not very many nurses in the hospital who didn't know about Camp Kesem. I actually had 2 questions for every nurse who was in my room. Where do you live? Because if they lived in Monona Grove, I needed to vote for school board. Have you ever heard of Camp Kesem? In case you're wondering, I only have 1 nurse, but I did win the election. One night, I woke up at 2 a.m., and thanks to an undiagnosed at the time blood clot in my lungs, my blood pressure was 190/60. And they started 12 straight hours of tests on me, which meant I had a new audience of nurses to tell the Kesem story to. My regular nurses already were fully aware. I spent the night being poked more than a voodoo doll of an ex-boyfriend. I was able to put my mind off the whole process by telling Camp Kesem stories all night. We were introduced to Kesem when a friend heard someone from Camp Kesem being interviewed. We looked into it and immediately started the process of joining. So hopefully my perpetual crowing will help some other family with kids that need it as much as Turtle and Penguin did. So we're here tonight because our friends and fellow warriors need our help. I've been with Kesem now for 5 years, and I've seen both of my children leave home for the first time, and the only tears they shed were when we had to go home at the end of the week. My wife might have shed some the first time we sent them, but that's a different story. Penguin, my daughter, who is very shy, felt so comfortable in camp that she actually did a solo tap dance routine during the annual camp talent show. I've seen children head to camp after losing a parent where they look like they had no joy in their life come home with the biggest smiles ever. I've seen lasting friendships blossom between kids who live far apart but share the Kesem experience. I personally have good friends I look forward to seeing at every Kesem reunion. And also, as a quick aside, I want to make sure to say, if you're any hiring managers out there, if you ever see a Camp Kesem counselor resume, make sure to hire them immediately. But finally, it takes courage, strength, and commitment to fight cancer, and nowhere is that more evident than in this room. With my fellow survivors, family members, and especially our amazing Kesem counselors. But the magic of Kesem cannot flourish without your help. So if you guys please visit the giving tree here after we're all done, which I am done. But it's this white tree over here, which I guess was green, but they left it outside this week. So. That's it. Thank you very much.